Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Once again, I'm not going to be on here long. I wanted to go over the final reading of the conclusion by the National Artificial Intelligence Research Resource. I'm not going to be sharing the screen. This was released yesterday, January 24th. National Artificial Intelligence Research Resource Task Force releases final report. National Artificial Intelligence Research Resource Task Force releases its final report January 24th, 2023. You can find this information. Ooh, my chest tightening up. You can find this information at whitehouse.gov. Whitehouse.gov. Okay. I haven't it. I'm gonna open it up and look at it right along with you if you're here with me. In the words of the Copper Christ, you can be anywhere in the world. If you're right here getting an earful of whether they allowed AI to come off of pilot mode or did AI pass its test. They did do an announcement at the World Economic Forum that they chose the trustworthy AI out of Texas. With the final report yesterday on is it Tuesday? What is today? I don't know. What is okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and read that. Today, the National Artificial Intelligence Research Resource Task Force released its final report, a roadmap for standing up a national research infrastructure that would broaden access to the resources essential to artificial intelligence research and development. While AI research and development in the United States is advancing rapidly, opportunities to pursue cutting edge, and now I'm going to click. That was just the summary. While AI research and development in the United States is advancing rapidly, opportunities to pursue cutting-edge AI research and new AI applications are often inaccessible to researchers beyond those at well-resourced companies, organizations, and academic institutions. A national artificial intelligence research resource would change that by providing AI researchers and students with significantly expanded access to computational resources, high quality data, educational tools, support, fueling greater innovation and advancing AI that serves the public good. AI advances holds tremendous promise for tackling our hardest problems and achieving our greatest aspirations, said Arati Prabhakar, OSTP Director and Assistant to the President for Science and Technology. We will only realize this potential when many more kinds of researchers have access to the powerful capabilities that underpin artificial intelligence advances. Democratizing access to the cyber infrastructure that fuels AI research and development will enable all of America's diverse AI researchers to participate in exploring innovative ideas for advancing AI, including communities, institutions, and regions that have been traditionally underserved. And when I see that, I see underserved, but I see undeserved, said NSF Director Seth Uraman Panchanathan. There's Nathan, the tribe of Nathan again. NSF Director Seth Uraman. Seth Uraman. Seth, you're a man. Pancha Nathan. By creating an equitable cyber infrastructure for cutting edge AI that builds on ramps for participation for a wide range of researchers and communities. The Nair, we wear shorts. Should I keep this short, huh? Nair could build up AI capacity across the nation and support responsible artificial intelligence research and development, thereby driving innovation and ensuring long-term U.S. competitiveness in this critical technology area. OSTP's work on AI, including the development of an updated National AI Research and Development Strategic Plan and the blueprint for an AI Bill of Rights is intended to maximize its benefits while ensuring that AI driven systems do not harm America's rights or freedoms, said Deputy Assistant the President and Principal Deputy U.S. Chief Technology Officer Alexander McGilvray. I want to turn down that meditation music in the back, but I don't feel like getting up. I'm not going to do no preaching. I'm going to stick to the script. Choose ye this day. You find with AI, you find with everything the government is doing, be prepared to be gathered. You either Gog or Magog. Okay? Okay? I'm just saying. They're saying all of this, and I'm reading it to you. Let me read this part right here one more time before I go on and click to the final report. OST's work on AI, including development of an nope. This is too serious for me to even do all that. OSTP's work on AI, including the development of an updated National AI Research and Development Strategic Plan and blueprint for an AI Bill of Rights, is intended to maximize its benefits while ensuring that AI-driven systems do not harm America's rights or freedoms, said Deputy Assistant to the President and Principal Deputy U.S. Chief Technology Officer Alexander McGilvray. We are excited about the release of the task force report because it gives us a path to help create more equitable future for AI research and development, increase U.S. global competitiveness in a critical technology area, and ensure that AI can be better leveraged for societal benefit. Established by the National AI Initiative Act of 2020, the Naair Task Force is a federal advisory committee co-chaired by the White House Office of Science Technology Policy and the National Science Foundation. The task force has equal representation from government, academia, and private organizations. Following its launch in June 2021, the task force embarked on a rigorous open process that culminated in this final report. This process included 11 public meetings and 2 formal requests for information to gather public input. Final report, and this is what the cover looks like. I'm going to share the cover to the final report. Just one moment. Okay, let me show off this screen. Take that off. This is what it looks like, the cover of their final report. And it's 104 pages. 104 pages, strengthening and democratizing the U.S. artificial intelligence innovation ecosystem, an implementation plan for National Artificial Research Resource. January 2023. I think I do want to play nope, I don't. I've been muted. Okay, I'm not muted anymore. I was muted. So here we go. Strengthening and democratizing the U.S. artificial intelligence innovative ecosystem. An implementation plan. Uh, an implementation plan for National Artificial Intelligence Research Resource. This was released yesterday. This was released yesterday. Dear Mr. President and members of Congress, artificial intelligence is changing our country and our world, from how citizens navigate their daily lives, how researchers drive discoveries in the lab, to how manufacturers build products. Artificial intelligence is giving rise to new capabilities. New AI and AI-driven discoveries and capabilities hold the potential to drive practical solutions to address critical global challenges such as food production, climate change, poverty, and cancer. We have only started to scratch the surface of what is possible and cannot afford to miss out on seizing the opportunity for leveraging AI to service or serve the public good. However, the opportunities to pursue cutting edge AI research and apply AI to new domains and challenges are currently not accessible by all of America's incredible talent, nor harnessed by the public sector. Much of today's AI research relies on access to large volumes of data and advanced computational power, which are often unavailable to researchers beyond those at well-resourced technology companies and universities. This access divide limits the ability to leverage AI to tackle big challenges in our society. It also constrains the diversity of researchers in the field and the breadth of ideas incorporated into AI innovations, contributing to embedded biases and other systematic inequalities found in AI systems today. Recognizing this challenge in the National AI Initiative Act of 2020, Congress directed the National Science Foundation, in consultation with White House Office of Science and Technology, to establish a task force to create a roadmap for national artificial research, artificial intelligence research resource, and shared research infrastructure that would provide AI researchers and students with significantly expanded access to computational resources, high quality data, educational tools, and user support. This final report of Naair Task Force presents a roadmap and implementation plan for national cyber infrastructure aimed to overcoming the access divide, reaping the benefits of greater brain power and more diverse perspectives and experiences applied to developing the future of AI technology and its role in our society. Such a national cyber infrastructure also presents a unique and critical opportunity to design in the standards for responsible AI research practices and governance processes that uphold our priority to develop and harness these groundbreaking technologies in a manner that reinforces our nation's democratic values and Americans' personal freedoms. OFPP and NSF formally launched the Naair Task Force in June 2021, appointing 12 leading experts equally representing academia, government, private organizations. Over the course of its work, the task force held 11 public meetings, again engaged with 65 experts on a wide range of aspects related to the design of the Naair, and considered responses from the public to 2 requests for information. We extended our gratitude to the members of the task force who have donated an extraordinary number of hours of their time to this effort, as well as to the many members of the public who have contributed their expertise and provided inputs to the task force. The result of the last 1.5 years of effort is this final report. We see the Nair as a foundational investment that would amplify efforts across the federal government to cultivate AI innovation and advance trustworthy AI. Research, experimentation, and innovation are integral to our progress as a nation. And it is imperative that we engage people from every zip code and every background to live up to America's unique promise of possibility and ensure our leadership on the world. Every zip code. Uh, The work of the Naair Task Force and this report will be an invaluable resource as we work collaboratively across government and across sectors to drive this important work forward. Sincerely, there goes Seth. He's from the house of Nathan, and he's the Pancha tribe, Seth, you're a man. This is when Seth became a man. Remember? You remember when Cain, huh? How did Cain have a son, huh? Cain ended up having a son from the monkeys, and Seth became a man. Seth, you're a man. That's what that name means. Though, okay, let me share the screen. I'm not making, no, I don't have to share the screen. Go to whitehouse.gov. They dropped it yesterday. All you do is type in artificial intelligence and you will be able to come and pull up the final report, because I don't know if I'm going to make it to 104 pages in the next few days. I'm too busy concentrating on the light that's out there coming, huh? Executive summary. Executive summary. So I'm going to read executive summary right now. Let me stop for a second. Rest my eyes just for 1 second. Okay. Here we go. Executive summary. Artificial intelligence is an engine of innovation that is driving scientific discovery and economic growth. It is increasingly becoming an integral component of solutions that stand to impact everything from routine daily tasks to societal level challenges, ultimately serving the public good. At the same time, there are also concerns that AI could have negative social and environmental consequences. To realize the positive and transformative potential of AI, it is imperative to harness all of America's ingenuity, to advance field in a manner that addresses societal challenges, works for all Americans, and upholds our democratic values. Yet, progress at the current frontiers of AI is often tied to access large amounts of computational power and data. Such access today is too often limited to those in well-resourced organizations. This large and growing resource divide has the potential to limit and adversely skew our AI research ecosystem. The imbalance threatens our nation's ability to cultivate an AI's research community and workforce that reflect America's rich diversity and the ability to harness AI to advance the public good. A widely accessible AI research cyber infrastructure that brings together computational resources, data, test beds, algorithms, software, services, networks, and expertise, as described in this report, will help democratize the AI research and development landscape in the United States for the benefit of all. It would help create pathways to broaden the range of researchers involved in AI and to grow and diversify approaches to the applications of AI. This cyber infrastructure can also help to open new opportunities for progress across all scientific fields and disciplines, including in critical areas such as AI auditing, testing, and evaluation, trustworthy AI, bias mitigation, and safety, AI safety. Increased access and diversity of perspectives can, in turn, lead to new ideas that would otherwise materialize and set the conditions for developing AI systems that are inclusive by design. As part of the National Artificial Intelligence Initiative Act of 2020, Congress established that the National Artificial Intelligence Research Resource Task Force to investigate the feasibility and advisability of developing the Naair as a national AI research cyber infrastructure and to propose a roadmap detailing how Naair should be established and sustained. The recent CHIPS and Science Act of 2022. The recent CHIPS and Science Act of 2022 reinforces the importance of democratizing access to a national AI research cyber infrastructure via investments that will accelerate development of advancing computing from next generation graphics processing units to high density memory chips, as well as steps to actively engage broad and diverse U.S. talent in frontier science and engineering, including AI. This final report is the culmination of the task force's 18-month effort to develop a vision and implementation plan for establishing the Naair. It builds on the findings and recommendations outlined in Task Force Interim Report released May 2022, providing an implementation plan to achieve the objective of Naair to strengthen and democratize the U.S. AI innovation ecosystem in a way that protects privacy, civil rights, and civil liberties. The Naair should be established with four measurable goals in mind, namely to spur innovation, increase diversity of talent, improve capacity, and advance trustworthy AI. The Naair should meet these goals by supporting the needs of researchers and students from diverse backgrounds who are pursuing foundational, used inspired, and translational AI research. These users should be US based or affiliated with US organizations to include academic institutions, nonprofit organizations, and startups of small businesses. The Naair should comprise a federated set of computational data, testbed, and software resources from a variety of providers, along with technical support and training to meet the needs of this target user base. The specific design, implementation, and evaluation of Naair should be centered around four key goals and should support the collection of data for assessment of the key indicators of system performance and success and progress towards these goals. The Naair administration and governance should follow a cooperative stewardship model, whereby a single federal agency serves as administrative home for Naair operations and a steering committee. I'm just saying, if you go back a few videos where I was focusing on the steering committee, it was when um, they was rushing down there. Oh, when the president of Haiti got killed around that time, I was talking about the steering committee. I was focused in on the steering committee. Federal agency serves as the administrative home for Naair operations and steering committee comprising principles from federal agencies with equities in AI research drives the strategic direction of the Naair. A program management office within the administrative home agency should provide funding and oversight for independent operating entity that manages day-to-day operations of the Naair. The steering committee, co-chaired by the National AI Initiative Office, would incorporate interests and perspectives from across federal agencies in the governance of the Naair. These agencies should also directly support resource providers whose resources and federations would constitute the Naair. Diverse perspectives and expertise should be tapped to inform the Nair's operation through a user committee, a science advisory board, a technology advisory board, and ethics advisory board to provide advice to the operating entity. It does not say entities. It doesn't say entities. It says entity. Entity. The Nair should provide access to federated mix of computational and data resources, test beds, repetition. Let me skip that part right there. Scroll on down. Facilitate data test beds. If you want to know what I'm skipping or want to know, are you interested in what I'm reading, then you can go to whitehouse.gov, type in artificial intelligence. And yesterday, all departments that were involved in AI in pilot mode gave their final report yesterday. They turned it in yesterday. What was yesterday? It was a 2 on a 1/2/4 2023. The Nair should set standard for responsible AI research, design, and implementation of its governance processes. The Nair must be proactive in addressing privacy, civil rights, civil liberties, issuing by integrating appropriate technical controls, policies, governance mechanisms for its outset. The operating entity should work with its ethics advisory board to help criteria and mechanisms from evaluating proposed research and resources for inclusion in the Nair from a privacy, civil rights, civil liberty perspective. Regular training should be required to build Nair users' awareness about rights, responsibilities, and best practices related to privacy, civil rights, and civil liberties in AI research, in accordance with the Blueprint for an AI Bill of Rights published by the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy in October 2022. Okay, this is some safeguards. And they have Nair open in the science zone. They have Nair secure in the secure zone, safety inputs and outputs. Nair implementation should occur over 4 phases, beginning immediately after the publication of this report. Oh man. Wow. I'm thinking how long I told y'all in the previous videos that you had. And don't let everybody get aroused up because, see, you just have to go back to those videos. People, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. So phase 1, the program launch. So the program launched AI officially today or immediately after that report. That report was given at what time? They don't have a time stamp on here of when they gave it to the president. Them. There's no timestamp here. I don't see it. But I'll continue reading. So the Nair implementation should occur over 4 phases, beginning immediately after the publication of this report. In phase 1, Congress should authorize and appropriate funds to establish Nair. The Administrative Home Agency and the NAIIO should coordinate the foundation of the steering committee and stand up a program management office, which will then prepare the solicitation of for the operating entity and manage the selection process. In a second, I lost that spot. Oh, wow. Okay, just a second, right there. In phase two, the operating entity should establish its activities and oversee creation of the Naair portal and user interface, build in appropriate technical and policy controls. The architecture should support collection of key performance indicators for evaluation of Naair progress. Resource providers should be selected via coordinated multi-agency funding opportunities, ideally released within 6 months of initial operating entity award. In phase three, the Naair should achieve initial operational capability, and operating entity should also formalize the policies, processing, and initial technical resources to be made available to AI researchers. Initial capabilities include a portal and user support resources, a mix of computational resource providers, and a allocation, an identity system, and a data publication system. In phase four, activities should transition from building out the Naair to establishing steady state operations, as well as the planned evolution of Naair resources in response to user uptake and demand. Finally, the task force also presents a pilot option for implementation of Naair that will be initiated in parallel with the above phases to expedite the availability of Naair resources to the AI research and development community. As envisioned, the impact of Naair will be significant and far-reaching, enabling researchers to tackle problems that range from routine tasks to global challenges. In order to achieve its vision and goals, the task force estimates the budget for Naair as $2.6 billion over the initial 6-year period. The bulk of this investment, $2.25 billion, is to fund the resources to be made accessible to Naair. And they go on about money: 55 million, 65 million, 5 million, 750 million. Got the Montes. Translational, foundational, user inspired United States AI research and development. The ecosystem. And now to the contents. I'm going to skip to the loo, my darling. Skip to my loo. Ooh, these tables of content. Whew. Am I going to read some more of that, or do I want to go party like it's 1999? My head hurting terribly. I mean, bad. De Blanc Knowles. The Noels in the house. So this was a De Blanc that got married to a Knowles. The Noels. Old Bite Noels. Tess Noels. She's a senior policy advisor. Manish Parashar. Lynn Parker. Oh, that name sound familiar. Erwin Gaya Chandiadani. Daniel Braga. Mark E. Dean. And it goes on and on. Andrew Moores. And Tabasi. Introduction. Oh boy, the economic and national security of the United States has long relied on its unique, vibrant ecosystem for scientific discovery and technology innovation. The United States invests in research and development across science and engineering disciplines to advance understanding of natural, built, and human systems and develop tools and methods for solving practical challenges. This research and development leads to downstream development of applications and commercial products that drive economic growth while supporting the human aspiration to explore, understand, and improve conditions of our world. Artificial intelligence is increasingly a key driver of the nation's research and innovation ecosystem, as it holds the potential to power discovery, innovation, and economic growth across every field of science and every sector of the economy. AI is increasingly a key driver in the nation's research and innovation system, as it holds the potential to power discovery, innovation, and economic growth across every field of science and every sector of the economy. However, achieving this potential and harnessing AI to tackle grand challenges require substantial and sustained investment in artificial intelligence research and development, as well as education and workforce development. It also requires access to infrastructure necessary for AI experimentation and training. Currently, uneven access to the resources that fuel AI research and development and training have limited opportunities for researchers and contributed to lack of diversity in the field. The lack of diversity means that the full range of talent is not being leveraged for this work. Lack of diversity may also contribute to the development of biased or harmful AI systems and threaten the nation's innovation potential and global leadership. Concerns related to misuse of AI and environmental effects of AI development is also increasing, making computational data and training resources available to more of America's researchers through an approach grounded in equity and security can chart a path forward. In this future, America, America can responsibly harness the potential of AI for societal good and economic well-being, while also strengthening American technological competitiveness for decades to come. Making sure my sound coming in. I'm going to stop for a second. Stop for 1 second. I don't know how I burnt the cookies. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm eating cookies. Let me scroll down. The definition of artificial intelligence. Mm. Yeah, I'm going to start on this tomorrow. Did enough for the night. My head hurting. This is going to go into percentiles and how many Hispanics against AI PhDs, North America, 93.5 billion in 2021. Trustworthiness. It's 104 pages. I might not come do this tomorrow. I'm still celebrating the green light. Sources of the task force. I was showing how the semiconduction gonna work. So that's the current fabric of the infrastructure. I want to see what the future fabric gonna look like. This is illegal. It's illegal. This is illegal. They talking about AI in schools, AI in hospitals, which it's been there, but not in the way they're releasing it now. Well, it's official. AI is no longer. AI has been released. And if you go to WhiteHouse.gov, and if you go back to my videos when I was letting y'all know the time they will be releasing it, and it would be after the big holy day, how long everybody had, and it was on pilot mode, and everybody was he, watch out for 666 and all that good stuff. Well, watch out for 666. That's going to be my theme song for the rest of the week. Back at y'all. Better get it right. Go get you some AI since you plan on staying here. I'm being here for 1,000 years. You better go get you some AI training. Become part of the AI research and development. Because if you don't have none of that education, honey, you're going to be poorer than poor.